In news just coming in, former Uttar Pradesh Minister Raja Bhaiya has finally appeared before the CBI for questioning in connection with the murder of Kunda DSP Zia-ul-Haque. For more on that, let's now go across to my colleague Anand Zanane, who is in fact right outside the CBI office, where that questioning is going to start a short while from now. Anand, take us through what's happening there at the moment.
Well, Raja Bhaiya just arrived minutes ago here, Neha, and quite contrary to popular perception, he didn't come, with his supporters. He came in just one SUV and not even accompanied by any sort of a policeman or his own personal constable gunner. And he walked straight into the CBI office, not willing to take any questions at this point in time. People have been working the numbers, and the sense that we're getting is that he might talk to the media after he's been questioned by the CBI. But yes, this is perhaps, a sense that the CBI also wanted to drive home with the people in Kunda that Raja Bhaiya too can be made to appear before the CBI in such a manner. So anybody who had any sort of apprehensions about any sort of a backlash from Raja Bhaiya should actually come forward with clues and various sort of evidences as far as the investigations in this case are concerned. So right now, clearly the CBI must have some cogent sense of evidence against Raja Bhaiya, which is why he has been asked to appear before the CBI for questioning. All those CBI officials, including the investigating officer, are present in this building. How long this questioning will continue, that remains to be seen. The sense we're getting is that it shouldn't ideally last beyond an hour or an hour and a half. But yes, this is a significant development in the investigations, because this has been a primary demand of the wife of Zia-ul-Haque, Parveen Azad, that Raja Bhaiya had not been questioned. 11 arrests have been made so far in this case, but Raja Bhaiya continued to remain unquestioned in this. And now that this questioning is happening, so definitely a sense of achievement for her, that at least the man who she thought is the key conspirator behind her husband's killing and that of the killings of the village Pradhan and his brother has now been finally brought to the CBI office for questioning. There is also security deployment over here. Just to give you a sense of the atmospherics around here, there are few police constables over here. We were expecting a large turnout of local supporters, but that hasn't happened. Perhaps Raja Bhaiya has managed to convince his supporters to stay away from the CBI headquarters and not make it a show of strength of sorts for him. Because normally when we see that when such depositions or when such testimonies take place before any investigating agency, politicians normally like to make a show of strength. So that's essentially not happening. Also, there could be a sense that could have been communicated from the UP government, from Akhilesh Yadav, that already a lot of embarrassment has come his way on account of Raja Bhaiya telling the media that he in fact was with the chief minister when the events were unfolding on the night when these killings took place. So perhaps a sense has also been given from the government that try and make it as low-key as possible. And this appearance definitely reflecting that aspect, that intervention, so to speak, of the government to not make it some kind of a show of strength, but to keep it as normal an appearance as possible.
Right, Anant. Of course, we know that the induction of Raja Bhaiya into his cabinet by Akhilesh Yadav was always a controversial decision. And when, in fact, DSP Zia-ul-Haque's murder did, in fact, take place, the needle of suspicion was pointing at Raja Bhaiya from the very beginning, with Haque's wife, Parveen Azad, directly blaming him for her husband's murder. And, of course, as you mentioned there, Anant, those allegations did come as a major embarrassment for Akhilesh Yadav and his government, while Raja Bhaiya has since resigned as a minister in the Akhilesh Yadav cabinet. Questions continue to be asked really about why someone of that criminal background was inducted by Akhilesh Yadav in the first place. But really talking about the specific allegations that Raja Bhaiya faces, what does the CBI have against him so far, Anand?
Well, this CBI is extremely tight-lipped about the evidence because they really essentially want to confront Raja Bhaiya head-on as far as whatever evidence that they have gathered so far against him. Now, we keep hearing about these theories and conspiracy theories that there were constant exchanges, phone calls that were being made to Kunda and made by his supporters who are now behind bars to him from Kunda, what kind of an exchange was taking place with them, what kind of information was traveling back and forth between his men who have been arrested in this case. Two of them, in fact, Guddu Singh and another person who is his driver. So those are the kind of questions that will come Raja Bhaiya's way. Also, an interesting piece of information that the CBI chanced upon while investigating this case was that the body of the village Pradhan was actually taken from the village, not first to the hospital, but actually brought to Beti Palace, Raja Bhaiya's palace. So why was that done, and who took the body from the palace to, the primary health center first for giving the village Pradhan medical attention? Those are some of the, missing pieces of the jigsaw puzzle. And that's what the CBI will try and piece together, whether there was a larger conspiracy that Raja Bhaiya was a part of, since that is the primary allegation against him. That is something that the CBI will work around. And those are the kind of questions that will be put forth before Raja Bhaiya. Now, Raja Bhaiya, as we've been pointing out right from the beginning, has been saying that he's open to a CBI investigation, and which is why the Akhilesh Yadav government actually went ahead and referred this case to the CBI. So, what defense will he put forth? Obviously, the first and the primary defense that will come from Raja Bhaiya at this point in time will be that he wasn't physically present in Kunda for this. So, whether these arguments will find favor with the investigators, that obviously will, there will be more clarity on that in perhaps a couple of hours from now.
Right, Anand. Of course, we know that the CBI has to file its charge sheet in this case by the end of the month. And today's questioning will be very, very crucial for them. As Anand mentioned there, CBI at the moment tight-lipped really about what evidence they've gathered against Raja Bhaiya. But as Anand also pointed out, this has not been an easy case for the CBI to investigate. That given the fact that nobody, no eyewitness was willing to even come forward and testify initially, given the kind of threats that they had received allegedly from Raja Bhaiya's men.